Triple kill. Triple kill.
Hi guys, Vetran Pro Gamer here. Okay, right. I know I said I've been going to do videos on basically how to improve your gameplay for the average player to a degree, so they can come top more times than not, basically. But I thought I'd mention, right, you need, obviously you're running around with subs or whatever you're doing, whatever gun you're using. I don't know if you're using the M8A7, but what I want to stress is this basically is the best gun in Black Ops 3. People have their own preferences, stuff like that, but this thing will drop them straight away, and so you can quickly move on. People get concerned with the fact that when they're bumping into a few people that you can't take them out quick enough. You feel more confident with spray, you know, spray and pray basically. But with this gun and with the attachments that I have on it, when you get in those scenarios where there's quite a few people, it can take them out for fun. You've just got to know how the gun works. There's a reason why it's the last gun to open, and once you've mastered this gun, you're going to get these 50 kills. You're going to get top virtually every time. And I'm just trying to give you an example of how this gun works. Look at that, it's just off the hip. It's just an amazing gun. This is what, first of all, let's get this right. I used to use the XR2. I do not use the XR2 anymore because they did tinker with it. They did mess about with it. They lowered the box, if you want to call it a box, where the hit marker box, definitely lowered it. But with this, it's still the same. Obviously, the XR2 was only the second gun in its class, so it basically was open to you very early on. But in my earlier games, so I mean, there was two there, took out straight away, very quickly. It's another one. I'm firing off the hip mostly because I've got laser on, and it does amplify your hit markers whilst on. Ah, silly. My own fault that. But yes, the laser sight. Anyway, the attachments that I've got on this gun is long barrel. Oh, I just got in there. Is long barrel and quick draw. Yeah, what the hell have I got on this? Oops, sorry, Pete. Pete almost took me out there. It's the UK. We've got Gaz in here as well. These are my teammates I usually play with. Yeah, so the attachments, I've got quick draw on it, long barrel and laser. These are the attachments that I run with this gun because it works for me. Obviously each to their own, this, that and the other, but I fire off the hip a lot, so I do not need the ELO sight or whatever sight I prefer, because you are aiming off the hip quite a lot, and that's the sweet spot of, I'm trying to take my mic down, that is the sweet spot of the gun. And once you master that, you don't expect you to start off being absolutely amazing, you know, with the gun, but you'll get to figure it out after. It won't take you that long, you know, maybe I don't know, about 4 or 5 games playing with it, you'll start finding the sweet spot and how to play and centering. What I mean by centering is before I go around a corner, obviously I've played this game a lot. I've got almost 250,000 kills in this game on TDM. That is ridiculous amounts. With my own teammate killed me, so it doesn't count as a kill. Right, so yeah, like I say, I've got almost 250,000 kills. I've been on here almost 57 to 58 days, you know, gameplay. So I know this game. I've played with every gun you can imagine, so I know what guns are good and which one gives you the advantage. And the M8A7 does give you the advantage. The XR2 of old was basically what this was doing now. But like I said, they tinkered with it and they've changed the rudimentary things of the gun. But like I say, I'm mainly firing off the hip with this. But what I mean by centering is when you go around the corner, look at that, straight away, just took them out with ease. It's just a beautiful gun. It's just yeah, this is the gun you need. This is the gun you need to master if you want to be coming top and getting ridiculous kills. Sweet. So what I mean by centering, right, let's get back to this. I keep avoiding that for some reason. Centering is when you go around the corner, where you expect people to be, you're already lined up. So you can just need to press fire, basically. That's what you'll notice with me. It's like these now. I'm just fire off the hip, slide out, where they are. He was just stood there like a dork, man. Let's get all this shit out. Stole the kill. Right, so yes, centering is basically when you're jumping around the corner, you can fire off the hip because you're already centered on the place that you're going to shoot. Instead of just running around and then aiming to the place that you want to go. It's time consuming to do that, and obviously it's hardcore TDM. That's the mode I prefer. I do not like core. I think it's ridiculous when I'm shooting someone and then they dive out of the way and then they kill me. That's it. And not only that, you find a lot more younger people playing it. And obviously I'm an adult, and my mates are, and you know, I just want to play with people more my own age. But I'm not discriminating. At the end of the day, it is an 18 game. But last thing I want is a young kid just giving it large on the other end of the microphone as such, because that's what they tend to do. But that said and done, obviously some of the subscribers might be young, so I don't mean it in a horrible way. It's just that I do not prefer playing core. But right, 47-2, we're doing mint. So this is a good example of this gun. Let's get that there. Yeah, so centering. So to become a better player, like I said, the M8A7 set up to whatever you want, but you must have laser on it because you're going to be firing off the hip, and that's where this gun comes into its own. This is the bit where the gun is exceptional. I think we're coming to the end of the game now. Right, they're all up here. Let's spy planes up. Oh, 53-2. Come on. If that's not an example of this gun, all right. Bearing in mind they weren't amazing players there. Bloody hell, 0-24, 2-23. So anyway, I'm just in a good lobby, to be truthful. But you've seen all my other games that I do win quite a few. But I hope you've learned something from this about centering and the best gun in the game. Each to their own, but please try it out, and it will come into form later on. Thank you very much.
Triple kill.